Howdy. What's going on? What's happening?
Reflecting.
You're reflecting?
Yeah.
So I was asking, are you the Nick Mullen or the Adam Friedland of your podcast? You said both.
I think I'm the only person on my podcast that knows exactly who those people are.
Yeah.
Or at least admits to it.
Dude, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the show's not woke enough. Seatown isn't woke enough.
Yeah. Just like
the Adam Friedland show. That's my favorite center-left podcast. That's a good woke one.
Yeah, it's like Seatown is it's kind of an indefensible podcast that I also enjoyed, but also sometimes I had a rule where I was like, never show your partner come down. Just like,
yeah, because
you're gonna be just left defending why someone is doing like an impression of an old Chinese person.
Wait, and never put "cum" in the name of your podcast, or else you're gonna be constantly compared to people you're not as talented as, who you're not as funny as, who you're not as interesting as. That's a good way to fuck yourself. Fuck yourself.
It's true, but like, I mean, Chapo Trap House shot themselves in the foot by just like being like, what would be a stupid name for a podcast like 3 episodes in, and then having to explain it for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I did like, I came up with cum posting. I wasn't even thinking about C-Tom when I came up with it. I just thought it was just a stupid fucking combination of cum and composting. And I was like, fuck yeah. And now I'm a year later, like, maybe NordVPN would not, maybe if I had a different name, it would be a lot easier to make more money.
Yeah, just like a rebrand.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the fuck I would go for. I don't know. Dude, fuck my Jew life. Because I'm like, oh, my brand identity. My brand identity. I put so much into the brand. I can't just change it now. Well, what happens to the recognizability of the composting brand?
That's real. I like, my podcast was originally just called Dimes, and then it became Dysphoria Dimes, and then it just became Dysphoria. Like, just different iterations with different people. The way Dysphoria even got involved is I was like, what would be the stupidest, like, just culture jam cash grab? And it was when Euphoria season 2 had just come out. I was like, oh, just do a Hunter Schafer shirt with the Dystopia logo that says Dysphoria, because it's dumb and obvious, and like lowest common denominator. Now I have t-shirts made.
Well, our job is appealing to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, it gets weird when you're like, I'm above it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, being a comedian, a lot of it does feel like adult babysitting. Like, haha, Chinese people, funny, Chinese, funny, haha, Gung Ho movie.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Like, I mean, that is like, because comedy, it's like a trite observation to comedy is subjective, but people's what they consider comedy it ranges. And then, like, if you say you do something, they want to talk to you about it. Like, if you say, a podcast, they're like, oh, do you like, and it's either like This American, it's either like Odd Save America or like Joe Rogan or like Come Town.
I'm the left's Joe Rogan, so.
Okay, we've been looking for one, so hell
yeah.
New York.
Further.
Yeah, fuck
it's true. Beep that out.
Sorry.
People mustn't know. It's fine. Redacted. It's just that there's like 3 people here. There's like 4 guys left, so it's.
Okay, yeah. They're just 4 guys left, and one of them dropped out.
It's true. What's up, little comers? It's Composting, back at it again, the most trite and unnecessary podcast in the whole world. I'm your host as always, Rosa, joined today by Maxelle Talena, host of Dysphoria and author of My Yeast Infection and Me, A Story of Hope.
Do you have like a list of different ones?
Yeah. It's
like if I had been really offended by that one, no.
I also came up with transgender Post Malone, except that one fell a bit.
Oh, that's yeah.
That one would be brutal. I like the face test. I fuck with the face test.
Thank you. No, I mean honestly, both the thing about Little Xan and Post Malone is they're kind of both transgender versions of themselves.
I
guess actually no. Post Malone is like 6 feet tall. He managed to be 6 feet tall and have T-boy swag, which is really weird.
It is impressive.
He's taller than Freddie Madball. I've seen him.
He kind of has that Latinx type energy. With the gold-plated AK.
Jesus, yeah. I don't think I actually know a song of his, but it's why I straighten my hair, is so I get Little Xan instead of Post Malone.
Damn. Oh, you're a little bit Jewy?
Just my hair.
Just your hair? I ain't get that. I ain't get the Jew fro. Which makes the Big Joel comparisons that much weirder, because I'm constantly compared to Big Joel, and I don't get it.
I don't know who that is, I don't think.
Some Jew. Some New York Jew.
I'm, Jesus. Yeah, I'm, not one of the tribe, or I don't. Everyone assumes because my name is Max and I'm from New York and I'm loud, and so like I'm Jew coded.
You are Jew coded, undoubtedly. Jew passing? I don't know. Wait, can I get a side angle?
Not passing, and
can I see the pecker you've got on you?
Oh, I'm good.
I mean, I'm good.
I pass.
You pass? Okay.
Yeah, that's even and I've been to so many bar mitzvahs, but so like sometimes when I'm arguing, in defense of Israel, I like to bring up that I am Jewish, so people don't think I'm like a bloodthirsty psychopath or something.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. I had to bring up that I got raped by an IDF soldier on birthright, and that's why I'm really pro-Israel.
Yeah, I'm the right person for my podcast to do this podcast for sure. Jesus.
Yeah.
So what made you choose Gung Ho? Like, was someone in your life like you gotta fucking see this?
I was okay. I saw that there is a movie called Gung Ho, which we'll get to soon.
Yeah.
Directed by Ron Howard, Michael Keaton. I was like, that shit's racist as hell. That Gung Ho, that's a racist ass name. I can work with that.
Let's go.
I can dig it. From the Reagan era, about the fucking weird anti-Japanesism as a result of our automotive industry and Japan's economic boom in the 80s. That sounds awesome. Except it wasn't funny. I mean, we'll get to it, but god damn. I don't know. It was just sort of on my watch list.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I found you. I was like, they'd like Gung Ho.
Why not?
I don't know. They Gung Ho about it.
It's funny because I barely ever watch movies. Again, I watch the same fucking movies, and I make the various girlfriends in my life throughout history watch the same like 8 movies with me.
Can I guess?
So, go.
Perfect Blue.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. You're not one of those.
No.
Damn, you're a lot older than me, so I guess
yeah.
I'm 20. I'm an up and comer.
Yeah, so I'm 36. So, but also like I wasn't even queer till I was like 28. So, so you gotta like
I'm new to it too. I'm 4 months into E.
Oh,
so
welcome.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I've been trans since I was like 16.
Oh damn! They make him that young now?
Yeah.
Oh, the IDF soldier, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He fucked the boy out of me. Well, I was on my birthright trip. Yeah.
Israel is a place for
It's
T
true.
for T, yeah.
Exactly. I'm like the opposite version of Maya Poet. Dude, what a fucking... Okay. Dude,
Yeah, let's
the
go.
thing about Maya Poet
Yeah.
is like, ever since I started the podcast, my audience is woke, so I don't say the R slur anymore. Except
Okay,
every
yeah.
fucking time I see Maya Poet, that is the only thing that crosses my mind.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It is fucked up.
Yeah, well, it's like she
She looks so funny.
but she knows it. Like
And she
it was
dresses like a fucking Tumblr user from 2014.
yeah, she's like leaning into it in a way where it's like the joke is still on her. Like if she wasn't saying such vile things, there's like a little part of me that it's like, oh, like all your fucking colleagues hate you too. Like so much. That
Oh
like
yeah.
the only thing that makes me feel better is that she probably won't be bullied into suicide because she isn't actually trans. That's
Well, we can only hope.
yeah. What if she is? Then there's just like, oh no, she never
Dude,
really
the
be trans. She
thing
becomes
is
a
that
trans
she is
stat.
at least a little trans because she dresses like shit.
Yeah, but boy swag.
Yeah, no, she dresses like a new trans guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with none of the swag. It's
Yeah.
fucked up. It's like fucked up. I almost feel bad. Like whenever she comes up, I fucking feel bad.
Well, that's the
You
thing.
know?
She says such vile stuff, but then it's like
Stones and glass houses.
yeah, it's just but she's like, and she's so distinct looking, you know. That
That's one way. That's one way to put
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah.
as far as I want to, but it's like
Yeah, it's hard to talk about because there are just certain descriptors that
Yeah.
come to mind, none of which are okay to say. So
Yeah,
we'll just say very distinctive.
it's like it's a trap. It's like trying to like
It really does. It really
Yeah.
does. It feels like the fat bitch at the Trump thing that became mentally disabled when she got hit in the head by a volleyball. Like that's just bait. That is bait.
Yeah,
That is bait
it's-
to make me look bad.
Exactly. It's like some anti-identity politics, like like stupid poll, like psyop thing to just get leftists to body shame the hell out of to everything shame, like
Which I'm fine with. Like
Yeah.
I body shamed what the fuck is the bitch's name? The one that looks like Mitch McConnell. Brianna Wu. I did that because she blocked me.
yeah.
It's like the thing is like legitimately I do not think that you should be using the rhetoric of trans people aren't valid because they're ugly if you're ugly as shit. That's
Yeah,
just like
Wait, that's who Brianna Wu is?
Brianna
She's
Wu.
white?
I think yeah, I think so.
Wait. What's
Yeah,
her
you'd think that she had a little bit of that gung ho in her, but
No, I'm
apparently
not even making it. I just never looked at. Wow, she's much uglier than I expected her to be.
No,
and
there's a one picture of her. It's a full body picture, and her legs look so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't like. Wow. Is that her chosen name? I mean, Brianna, I'm assuming, but like.
Yeah, and my favorite thing is that she announced that she was trans like this year, as if nobody knew.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm coming out.
I know. It's like, come on, really?
I have a shameful secret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was,
Dude, these people are so easy to make fun of. It's like too easy. That like Josh Seltzer, or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
yeah.
Is that guy
fucking-
dead? Is he dead?
No. I mean, wait. I don't know. I should know. I had a whole episode with his name. In the
I know
title,
that
but I
Nikki
didn't
the
even care.
Hegelian is
Yeah.
dead. Yeah.
Oh, she
thought it
is?
was really smart. Yeah. She thought I was like a genius. I don't know why. That's the biggest red flag about somebody. She's like, you were so smart. Because I've read like Marx and Hegel. And I have a cursory understanding of
I don't think she is.
socialism.
I don't think she's dead. I think she maybe. I don't know. I don't want to actually weigh in on that, but
You're all
Because
weighing on Schrodinger's Hegelian.
I'm surprised. But this is yeah. I was like, well, no. I mean, Josh Sater can't. It's actually funny
He
because
can't die.
well, yeah, we are all Josh Sater, but like,
Yeah.
he's just. I mean, he's like.
He's obviously trans.
Yeah, the fucking shit. What's the guy's name who did the fake documentary and pretended to be with Newsmax or something and got Josh Sider to say the N-word? I know his name because I asked him to be on my podcast and I mentioned Alex something. Novak? I don't know.
Alex Novak? I don't know.
Oh, I'm uninformed right now, but he
It's
like
chill.
Josh.
I had to drug you to get you on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
welcome,
Alex Novell, and he went to Josh Sater's house. Josh like clearly had an entire like life planned out for himself. You know, like if he was to have transitioned, and it's like sad and disgusting and like not.
Also, nobody owns that many sundresses for the bit.
Yeah, it's a weird like like we've all done shit for the bit before, but like. You know, like before we actually transitioned, but yeah, him.
Yeah, like I mowed like a girl for the IDF soldier for the bit.
Yo, that's what a good recurring joke for this one.
That's a horrible recurring joke. That's probably my worst work ever.
I love it. I can't make it, so I'm like, actually, I think
Let's not.
let's just not.
Let's not discuss that. There's a mutual understanding. I'm here for you, sister. It gets just know it gets better, buddy.
Yeah, Josh. Well, the thing is, like, okay. Well, I was gonna say that it's
also if you don't know, if you're not terminal mind, he's just some guy that like wears makeup and dresses like a woman to own the transgenders.
He was first. He was on The Bachelorette, and then he was
as The Bachelorette.
Yeah, and then he was dead before that, and then he was gay, and then he faked his death once, so it's the second time he faked his death, and then he was gay.
So it's a Hitler situation.
You know, he dated a trans woman, and then after they broke up, he did that entire bit.
Dude, every time, dude.
It's like on record too. Like he.
Dude, also it's like 30-year-old quote unquote guy has a breakup and becomes a woman. Wow, where have I heard that before?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I don't know. It's every trans chick who figured out past the age of 25. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was me in 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably you. You either figure out if you go to like a woke high school and when you're a 16-year-old or go to Israel, or you figure out after a nasty breakup.
But yeah, so backtracking before we got into the generational differences of birthright trips. Movies that I watch like pretty much like consist in I watch like Bad Lieutenant Fresh, which is this movie from the early 90s drug dealing movie that was really good, but like Bad Lieutenant, History of Violence, Eastern Promise. I haven't seen Eastern Promises in forever, so it's basically like crime shit. And
you should watch La Haine. I feel like you'd fuck with that movie.
What is it?
La Haine. It's
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's in my top 4.
But
good fucking movie.
So in the past couple of months, though, so this is just like where my palate is at right now. Mm-hmm. I watched Training Day because I needed to show it to my girlfriend at the time on Christmas because I was like, you just need to watch Training Day because it's highly sexual, honestly. And then the way Denzel talks to Ethan.
Yeah, if you're freaky like that, you'd like Crash from David Cronenberg. It's about people getting off on car crashes.
I need to see, the good Crash.
Freak Central, yeah.
So Training Day, the new movies I've seen recently has been Paid in Full, and then, which is amazing. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's just like I was just watching all these classic hip hop movies, and it's great because Cameron, who had no acting experience previously, decides to play a Puerto Rican dude. I don't know, and so he does that by just being a gigantic asshole the entire time.
I could
It's
do
just like
that. I could very easily
it's
do that.
so funny. It's Cameron just being like, call me, like he's just like, I'm gonna be Rico, and then he's just him like playing up himself as if he was Puerto Rican. And then it's a really good
Fucking
movie. It got something happened with the end where they like ran out of money or something and rushed it, but for the most of it was a much anyway.
Yeah.
That Amelia Perez and this. And Amelia Perez was so I could talk about it on another podcast.
Dude, Amelia Perez, what a funny thing. I also saw, I was doing some research to figure out all of the most hard-hitting questions. I saw that it was like, what was it, like a Marxist sex worker's view on Amelia, no, it was Marxist sex worker's view on Nora, not Amelia Perez. What was the thing for Amelia Perez?
Those were my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, Amelia Perez, what a film.
I was actually on this, I think it was the same, I don't know. Yeah, I was on the same show talking about Amelia Perez.
Yeah.
My co-host was talking about Nora. But yeah, I was like, why? I thought it was going to be supposed to be good.
No.
It was before the reviews came in. I had just heard about it, and I was like, oh, it's, you know.
It got applause at Cannes.
Yeah, I was so relieved when I found out it was fucking terrible, because, like, I just heard, like, someone that doesn't watch movies, I'm like, oh, it's going to be another language and about transgender people. This is going to be like pretentious and good, and I'm not going to be able to make fun of it. And I'm going to go on this podcast and have to speak about transgender experience, which is nothing like my own. And I was like, no, this is
dog shit. Yeah.
This is
No, it was such an easy target.
It'd be. Yeah.
Especially because my favorite thing is I fucked up. This is like my biggest fuck up on the history of the show. I didn't realize that the actress that played Amelia Perez was trans. And I said, I guarantee you there were no trans people involved with this. The closest they got is casting a woman with a big jaw.
I love that though. That's actually great. That's and then you realize when she did all the racism, you're like, yeah, one of us.
That's a trans woman.
Racism
too,
on
sister.
Twitter a while ago.
Me too, sister. Trans rights are white rights. That's what I say.
Oh man, she fucked that up. Like she sold
Dude,
her
they
out
had
too.
an Academy sweep in the bag, except the fucking director is like, yeah, I fucking hate Mexicans and I hate trans people. And then she was Hitlerian. So they really fucked themselves.
Yeah, it was
which you love to see.
Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, it was weird that was like a W. You know?
Yeah,
like
it's weird that like Conan talking shit on the first trans woman to be nominated for first actress, for best actress was like, yes, ally Conan.
Yeah,
love to see it. What goofy bullshit.
Yeah,
it's some of the funniest shit that's ever happened. The other funniest thing that's ever happened is those Facebook AI profiles that take people's thirst traps and then they use AI to make it look like the people have Down syndrome. You see that?
No.
Yeah, that's been all over the news. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Jeez.
Dude, reading the news in the morning, it'll make you feel insane.
Yeah, see, I'm fucking not in a like unique kind of weird, but in like a stupid kind of weird, where like you mention like Hegelian Nikki or something, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she's not. I'm and then like, but you're like, do you know this thing that's happening that people are aware of?
Yeah.
I don't have. I also haven't read Hegel. I just know about the fucking e-girl parties. I have all this weird, useless, mismatched.
It's just
knowledge.
You like coke.
Yeah. I'm sober too, but yeah.
Yeah, except the
like
Hegelian e-girl knew where the good ice was at.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
I don't know.
Congrats on being sober, by the way.
Thank you. I'm
of course.
it doesn't show. My house is fucking trashed right now. I've been up for, but yeah.
I thought you weren't because you got in the call. You're I'm tweaking out.
Yeah, no, I haven't slept at all. No, I slept for like 2 hours, and yeah, but my house looks like a fucking trap right now. There's like, yeah, there's no trace of a sober person living here. It's fucking sad. I live alone too, so there's no like
really
excuse. Great. There's literally like, there's just like there's fucking stomach bile and puke on my toilet right now, and it's because I have an eating disorder, but that doesn't sound better. Yeah. And because I haven't changed the light bulb in the bathroom in like 2 days. Sorry.
That no, okay, no, you didn't make yourself throw up because you didn't change the light bulb. Those are very unrelated.
No. I would have
clean it. Oh,
yeah, no. I sat watching.
For someone with a lot more ED experience than me, you're doing a pretty bad job.
Oh yeah, no, it's
at cleaning up after yourself.
I'm also fat, so that's like another.
You're not. I'm not feeding into your ED delusions, sister.
Okay, fine. Okay.
You look fine.
Okay, yeah, you're not.
You could use a hamburger if anything.
Anyway, yeah, yeah, I don't want to.
No, it's fine.
God.
Yeah, would you consider yourself a comedian, or do you just live like one?
I live like one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What? Being fat? No, I'm sorry.
No, you fucking shut up. Oh my God.
Sorry. I was just then thinking of wait. I was like, there aren't any. Is Norm dead? Is the guy who plays the broom guy? In Gung Ho, is he dead now?
Oh,
not the new Norm.
Oh, the guy from Cheers.
Yeah.
I probably if he kept living the way he was.
Yes.
Heart failure. 100%.
Yeah. Just
triple bypass didn't work. One could imagine at least.
Yeah, I'm. Great movie. What a great movie.
Let's get into it. Gung Ho, 1986, directed by Ron Howard, starring Michael Keaton. It's about Michael Keaton going to Japan, begging the Japanese to help them reopen the auto factory in his Rust Belt town. The Japanese come in, and funny Japanese hijinks ensue. It's a Ron Howard dramedy, and shockingly, it's not nearly as racist as one would imagine. I would say not racist enough, even.
Considering that the name is
Gung Ho, and there's
is it Americanized weird Chinese idiom, and it's about a Japanese company, or not idiom, but
yeah, and it's in the poster. It's on in the alternate poster. It's in the like the Chinese takeout box font, which is a really great touch.
So the marketing was more racist. Yeah.
The movie's pretty racist, but it's like not as racist as one might imagine. That's why I only laughed twice. Did you have a laugh? Did you keep a laugh tally, or?
I feel like I'm trying to think
I think I
smiled.
Yeah, I had nose exhale that counted as a laugh.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Michael Keaton and Japanese Michael Keaton are odd couple. No, I should. Yeah.
Watanabe.
Yeah, it's funny because I mean he's a Japanese American person doing Japanese accent that kind of goes back in and out.
Yeah, it's really something. You could tell Ron Howard was pulling out all the stops for this movie. Why the fuck? Yeah, it's a doozy.
They don't really explain why. Like Michael Keaton in it is just kind of like the town guy, you know?
Yeah, he's just the town guy who talks about high school a bunch. And I don't know, does he own? I don't think he owns the factory.
Oh, he's just like a guy.
He's just a guy. And then he has like union busting.
Yeah,
It's like
the,
weird. It's like it can't decide whether or not it's pro-union or anti-union. The politics of this are
pro worker,
incoherent.
anti-union. I'd say
Yeah, right to work type shit.
yeah,
Maybe I don't
exactly.
know.
It's like complete like just bullshit. It's
Yeah,
yeah. So, but I don't know. Did you watch South Park?
yeah. I
Okay,
watched the first few seasons. I am on
it's
DVD.
because I watch. Yeah, I mean, like I haven't watched. I like literally don't think I've watched an episode in over a decade, and I was like 7 when it came out. But like,
No,
this
I
is a
wasn't
movie
alive
that
yet.
like the thing that Matt Stone and Trey Parker I'd say like do really well is just like the way they parody culture when they're not being completely dead on about one thing and they're just kind of doing like a general like 80s movie type thing. Like
Yeah.
this movie gave me a lot more insight onto what South Park parodies with the musical montages and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind
Um.
of like it's just a
There's
guy.
also my favorite scene in it. There's a they established one character that's mentally disabled called Googie, who everyone's like, good job reading, Googie. He gets his hand mangled in a machine and you see it like dangling off by his fucking wrist. It's just so needlessly intense. Like throughout this entire time I was like, wait, what is this movie trying to be? Because it's not funny. It's not an effective drama. It's nothing. It's nothing. But it's incredible. There's nothing else quite like it.
Yeah, it is a. I mean, it was not like well liked at the time either.
It got a TV spin-off series, so
It did.
yeah.
Oh, so maybe it was really successful. But I was reading some of the reviews. It's funny because like all the Google reviews for movies seems to be where people like just like I love this. I googled this because I liked it, and now I'm writing a review of it because
Yeah.
I feel like I have more
I
time, want to spend more time on this.
I'm a Letterboxd zoomer. I've never
That makes
used the
sense.
Google reviews.
Oh no, I just saw them. It was
Yeah,
really good
but
reviews I
no.
could find.
I need to look at Google reviews. That sounds very funny. Did you
I'm
get any
trying to-
bangers?
let me see if it was actually like movie because it might have been shit. If it was anyway. Yeah, there were people just reminiscing, being like, I remembered that movie.
Yeah.
And it was, integral to my childhood in some way, and that's why I still like it.
Yeah.
But
It's true.
yeah, so it's like it essentially starts
With a
with him
Japanese
talking.
man
Yeah,
screaming.
he's talking to his town or whatever, and then it's like, okay, we got the American working class, and then they do a fish out of water montage.
Oh yeah, of him in
Like,
Japan. He
yeah,
ends
which
up at a rice field.
yeah, and then he's like swimming somewhere. It's just doesn't make.
I like he tells the Japanese people that their room is very oriental. That's really good writing. Thanks,
Okay,
Ron
that is-
Howard.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ron.
I mean,
It opens up with this weird, like, incredibly kinky scene where the Japanese manager of the American factory, who I don't know what to call. I forgot what his name is. I guess I'll just call him Gung Ho. Gung Ho's getting hit with big rods, and is forced to wear degrading messages on himself, which is wow.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a fucking crazy opening.
yeah, straight out of like Jav porn.
Yeah,
With
I
the
guess
numbers and-
I guess the plot is that they have to make 15. It's just nothing. The plot doesn't start until like an hour in. It's just like, aren't Japanese people wacky?
It's everything
movie.
I've learned about Japanese culture from like Simpsons and King of the Hill, Japanese business culture, but then put into like real, yeah.
Yeah, like Japanese business culture, mind you, draconian. It's why their suicide rate is so high.
Yeah.
However, in this case, it was very Krusty the Clown miso sali coded.
Well, it's just like did you ever see The King of the Hill where he finds out he has a half Japanese brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the business card thing, and about like it's all the same kind of, like jokes that are kind of like, it's supposed to be like a comedy of, I mean, in King of the Hill it actually is a comedy of manners, but like I feel like it was supposed
Yeah.
to be kind of like a comedy of manners, but also a snobs versus slobs thing, with an
Yeah.
anti-union message. Like,
Yeah.
the I always used to joke, well, before I transitioned, that because I have a little sister, and she's like, I hate when people are like neurotypical, but like I don't think she's on any prescription drugs, and she's like functional adult, and like graduated college, and she's normal. I
Mm.
don't think she has a tattoo. I don't think she's done cocaine, and I kept joking that I was gonna be, like, dirtbag older brother that like ends up living in her guest house, and when she has a businessman husband and a family, and I like accidentally slide down the kitchen table during the business dinner, and at the end I learn to grow up a little bit, and they learn to relax, and like the Jack Black
Wow.
character.
It's true.
That's that stereotype of the movie with entire cultures.
Yeah.
So in
It's
it,
like
yeah,
Daddy's Home, but more Oriental.
it's Jesus. Yeah, it's what the fuck does gung ho mean anyway? Like,
It means like excited.
okay, an informal adjective that means to be extremely they could have like
I
added a
don't know.
pun to this, like his name could have been like, I don't, like, what is his name in
They
this
could have just
anyway?
named the guy Gung Ho. It all
Yeah,
would have made more sense if they named the guy Gung Ho. They
yeah,
clearly do not care about not being racist, so just name the fucking guy Gung Ho at that point.
it's
At least that's something.
it's
There's a
yeah, it's
baseball scene in this movie. It's awesome.
oh yeah, that they're just like us, except
Yeah,
they
there's
have
a
baseball
scene
uniforms.
where the Michael Keaton's like, maybe the Japanese are just better than us.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
but he's
the honestly a lot of this movie it felt very Maoist in the sense that it's just like the America KKKAN
yeah.
fucking labor aristocrat is too fat and lazy to be a real proletarian.
Yeah,
Um
well, it's just the juxtaposition of cultures being like, maybe Americans should just work less. I mean, work more for less money. Maybe if we
yeah.
like, it's like somehow
Yeah,
the anti-racist message is to not.
a lot of it comes back to how are we gonna let the dirty Japanese outcompete us?
Well, yeah, yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's
But they do
kind
it
of the vibe.
sentimentally.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's like we could learn from them because we're better. We should learn from them and reassert our dominance over them because we're better than them.
yeah, but it also kind of like, I feel like it kind of, in a weird sentimentality way, kind of is like the least racist way to be is like a union buster, like is to be like a wage slave,
Yeah,
like,
also like Michael Keaton's character is just like a union buster piece of shit this whole
yeah,
movie.
with a
Who
heart of gold and a girlfriend that appears occasionally that he
yeah,
tells to
that
shut up.
yeah, dude, he does tell his girlfriend like shut up, bitch. Shut
Is she
up.
even in the end?
Yeah, she comes back. She's like, I assumed you would be here. She was like, need any help? When he's trying to kill himself with a cannon. And he's like, yeah, they threw horse manure in my car because I lied about getting them union benefits.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
it's
I
the entire thing is kind of just patched together from different stereotypes, which is why I said it feels like a South Park '80s movie. Like,
yeah,
it's just different tropes, like
yeah,
racial, class. Like, there's really no. I mean, it's like, it would be a lot to ask from a movie like this anyway, to be like, oh, why do you care about these characters? There really isn't like
I think it's the bare
he
minimum.
doesn't do anything likable.
Yeah,
I mean, there's moments, but I mean, like, there's not like, oh, he doesn't like have a kid or something, He just wants his baby is like saving the factory, is like gratifying, the town, his ego or whatever, and
yeah,
the town's just like, we're gonna die if we don't get this factory, and None of the
It's-
workers have any individual like moments
Except for the one
that
that's
make
like fat and racist, the Cheers guy,
no.
and that's it.
You just feel bad because he gets demoted for winning at baseball.
Well, no, except he was
Yeah.
a piece of shit. He like assaulted a guy to win at baseball.
Oh yeah. No, I might not have been paying so much attention to the baseball
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, and also, but then
buddy,
he's like, he's
I know,
doing,
I got the
then
notes.
he's doing hate crimes in the grocery store, and he keeps
Oh
like,
yeah.
does he just keep knocking the food out of her, like grabbing
Yeah,
the
he
food away from
just
her?
like harasses random Japanese people in the grocery store.
Yeah,
And then assaults Michael Keaton, and then Michael Keaton's like, I feel so bad for him, man. He had to be a janitor at the same pay of a
Hey,
unionized
same
welder, which is what? That's so much better. That's a better job.
Doesn't seem like he's doing that much as a janitor. It is this thing of like, oh, the honor.
The honor, yeah.
Yeah, but also no, because they all were union, and then they
Yeah, I guess they
anymore, 'cause
stopped.
They talk down. They have a union rep at the very beginning, and they're like, "You have a job. Why should we listen to you?"
Yeah.
And then he was like, "We'll ask for a union later." Like,
it's real. It's Leninist propaganda.
yeah.
Anti-union, pro-labor. I can relate.
I have my okay. So this is the entire extent of my notes. Is the Japan L getting a montage? And King of the Hill, that I don't think I understand who Michael Keaton really is. This is sober too. And then the last one is Dad's Chunks, which is CUNX, which is what alcoholic fat janitor dude hits Michael Keaton in the face with in the grocery store, is a bag that says Dad's Chunks on it. CUNX.
Wow. Damn.
That is, if you take one thing away from the movie, Dad's Chunks is a pretty good name.
Yeah, I walked away from it disappointed. It was just like a slog to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing. I don't know. Visually, it looks. I don't. That's what you want me to say, man. It's gung ho.
It's funny. I mean, it's like
I'm anything but gung ho about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of funny for me since I don't watch any movies, because now, like, usually I'll watch one movie and it'll be like a canon for reference, like unintentionally, because it's my only frame of reference. I'll be like, oh yeah, like, it's like a history
this
of
is
violence
most of the
when this
time
thing happens. I go to a diner and I'm like, ew, it's just like a history of violence, or like, whatever.
It's just like gung ho.
Yeah, exactly.
You point at the Japanese cashier, you're like, that's just like gung ho.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see myself using this or Amelia. Well, Amelia Perez, I could talk shit about it for clout.
Yeah,
this one, this.
That's really easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually be good though. You should come on our podcast and talk about Gung Ho.
Yeah, I have so much to say about it. Clearly.
Yeah, I know.
I'm really
like
enthusiastic about Gung Ho.
Yeah,
you could say I'm gung ho even.
No, I mean, it reminds me that movies exist.
Yes, it is a movie.
Sometimes you don't know everything about them. Oh, wait, I watched Castration Movie also. So this year, maybe the only two movies I've seen, Castration Movie and Gung Ho.
They're quite similar.
Yeah. So that'll be my entire frame of cultural references.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what a movie. Like, okay, what would the names of movies, like spin-offs about different races be?
I actually don't even know.
Yeah, like I think the biggest disappointment about this movie is that there isn't a franchise of Michael Keaton, Ron Howard,
like racism movies.
Just racism movies, yeah. Like those joke books where it's just like Jew jokes and just a whole book of them for the kids. My dad had a whole set of them growing up.
What
we
about
found after his dad died in the basement.
wait, just Jew jokes?
No, all sorts of races. He had volumes
Racist
1
jokes.
and 2 of Polish jokes.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
people were really into those when I was younger.
Really? The Polak
Yeah.
jokes?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't-
think it could have just been regional, but
It does seem like kind of a New York thing.
we
except
do
I don't-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Even that, it's not like we have a huge Polish population any more noteworthy than our
All my
other.
only Polish friends are trans because all the other Polish people I know that
Are
admit to being
racist.
Polish fucking hate us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I remember I was like,
You're either a racist femboy Pole or a non-racist transgender Pole.
I was talking to somebody and I was saying some shit about the Italians and they're like, I'm worse, and I'm like, how? And she was like, I'm Polish, and I was like, okay.
My uncle's Polish Romani, honorary uncle.
Okay.
But yeah,
Polish people are pretty terrifying, to be honest.
those people.
Polish people.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Romani.
I don't know enough about them, but I probably wouldn't fuck with them either.
I don't know. I just know that there's no good way to end off that joke.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
bite my tongue.
I'm just diverting to talking shit on ethnic whites.
It's true. It's
yeah.
a lot easier. That's why I'm anti-racist, because I want to be able to be comedically racist to more people.
Yeah.
Except it's a lot harder when they're discriminated against, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So if we ended that, there'd be oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many great stereotypes to pull from.
See,
So many,
we could
like-
all be Cameron doing an impersonation of a Puerto Rican and paid in full.
Yeah, I would do that full time. I'd
Yeah.
become transracial.
Oh, like yeah, back to Josh Seitzer or whatever.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
the transracial shit is
Oh.
so.
Sorry, 1 second. I don't know who this is, so if I get murked
Sure.
on camera, avenge me.
Okay.
I'm good. It was a mysterious package.
Welcome back to the unboxing.
Yeah.
Amazon mystery box. What's it gonna be?
I think it's might actually be something really funny. Yeah, thank you. You can see I have my shit together right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's roach traps. That's not funny. I thought it was gonna be new Ozempic that I got at some weird online site.
Chinese Ozempic.
What? what's up?
Chinese Ozempic.
Chinese Ozempic. Yeah, no, I got a weird. I have an underground doctor, and they were like, "Oh, do you need Ozempic but better? Or go to .org, and then you can just mix it yourself and like reconstitute."
Your underground doctor is just some man in a lab coat that hangs out in an abandoned subway.
Yeah, basically.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like people like that.
I like being like, oh yeah, I got a secret doctor. That doctor is not is not transsexual, but
Yeah. Oh, you fought with transsexual too. I fuck with transsexual.
well, sometimes you got to make a distinction.
Yeah, I agree. Like honestly, I don't. That gender shit is stupid. That shit's not real. I'm just transsexual. I'm just trying to get my dick chopped off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on fucking T-gel right now, which is weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
You're genetically non-binary.
Oh, apparently all these people, like no one's intersex, and like all these trans people are like, yeah, I think I was intersex growing up. And everyone told me like, yeah, you're probably intersex growing up. And then I talked to my friend has a doctor girlfriend, and I talked to my friend's doctor girlfriend, and he's like, no, none of them are. Everyone thinks it, and it's like
Well,
one out
I
of
mean,
every 1,000 couple people that actually even think that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We are now. The moment
Yeah.
that you start taking hormones that
Yeah.
like you're intersex like
Yeah.
biologically, but
But
like,
yeah, I just had titties and like I had gynomastia or whatever.
oh, gynecomastia.
Gynecomastia, which is like, why make it even more embarrassing? You know, like that's medically more embarrassing than bitch tits, which was a popular thing because Fight
Yeah.
Club.
Dude, I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the gynecomastia community because
Yeah.
I had a bit where I said that eating raw liver helped get the acne off my penis and cure my gynecomastia, and that was a fuced up thing to say. I want to apologize to the community.
Is there a big listenership?
Huge listenership. Billions all across the world.
Real gyno fans.
Yeah.
Real,
Dude, I lost so many fans who had gynecomastia and acne on their little ass penises.
Oh.
It was fucked up. Do
you think that there could be a trans allegory in this movie? Because
in
I hate movies that are trans. I hate movies that are trans allegories, and hate things that are trans allegories.
You don't fuck with I Saw the TV Glow either.
Never actually saw it. I'm sure it was great.
It was like a 6 out of 10. It's fine.
Yeah, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. People's Joker, I ain't fuck with, even though Vera is chill.
Yeah, I want to be supportive of both of us. I don't.
Dude, it's hard. It sucks, but especially because I have like friends who were in the movie. I'm like, yeah, it's a 4 out of 10.
People's Joker.
Yeah, feels bad, dude. I fucking hate. That's the weirdest part about doing film review shit.
Yeah, see, I don't know. That's why, the advantage to not watching movies is I could just be really gullible if I like someone enough. I'm like, it'd have to be really fucking bad, but
you can just gaslight yourself into enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Art. Yeah, I guess it just makes you a better person than me.
No, I think it's just like, I mean, I'm just very emotionally abusable.
It's true. You're a 30-year-old drug addict. You are beneath me. So
exactly. Amen.
It's true.
Amen to that.
Eric Adams said so.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's the president of our independent nation of New York.
He rules New York. Yeah.
God bless him.
I feel like he would. Yeah, he has goons.
No, he does have fucking goons. I can't tell that story on the podcast, but yeah, there's a relation between him and the local mafia. So yeah.
No, that's
there's a direct line between Eric Adams and the fucking coke trade. So it's
he wouldn't be if he wasn't actually in power, he's a great comic book mayor. Like,
oh, totally. He's literally just the kingpin if he was like black.
Yeah, and smaller.
Yeah, and more racist somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
You ever see that video of him where he's like saying, "You ever go to your kid's bedroom? In the piggy bank, there could be crack cocaine. Underneath the mattress, that's a place you can hide a handgun. In the binder, handgun. You open up your kid's copy of a book. It's cut out. Inside has a handgun and a bunch of marijuana." He's just like sneaking around a child's bedroom, and he planted a bunch of his own guns there and real drugs from the NYPD that the NYPD confiscated.
Jesus.
I love him.
Yeah, he's
I think he should run for president 2028.
He would get like such a good like mixtape together for that. Like he loves being friends with rappers, which is really funny because he also loves putting the not successful ones in jail, and creating conditions to keep that cycle going. But like, it's weird.
I don't think Griselda fucks with Eric Adams, so Upstate's on top.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Buffalo's.
Shout out Griselda.
Yeah.
Shout out RSK nephew too.
Oh yeah, Rob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Upstate's got some good shit. I mean,
Upstate is some great fucking shit.
So I was this is all relates in weird ways, but because I was going back to Polish, I was about to talk about Albanians, and then I didn't.
Oh,
and then
Albanians!
I was gonna say,
don't even get me started on the Albanians.
The reason I haven't watched I Saw the TV Glow, and now I just have an excuse. But there's a period in time when everyone's like, I mean, like trans people even, like trans people are like, you haven't seen it, like you should see it. And right around that time, I went to my friend's memorial. I found out that they were trans femme at the memorial.
Damn.
And it was right around the time, and like no one else that I was there at the memorial knew. They were open about it, but it was just a different part of their life, and they had moved.
Yeah.
And like I was the only So it fucking destroyed me.
Oh
Then it
no!
became
Don't
my
watch that
excuse
fucking
not
movie.
to see. Yeah, I know. And like, rest in peace to the home. Like, I hadn't
Yeah.
seen them in a long time, and it was like, I'm glad I knew. Anyway, it became my excuse not to see that movie because it came out right at the same time,
Yeah,
and people would be like, "Oh, you haven't seen it? You should see it." And I hate when people do that. Like, like insist upon something is like it's an important piece of cult. Like
I don't. Yeah,
tradition.
no, it's not like a cultural touchstone. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that shit's cringe. I don't know. Just watch what you want to watch.
Yeah, I mean,
Really.
but so anyway, before I knew that, I had kind of, just made peace with the whole dead friend thing, and I was really, I don't know, I was like just really heady, and I smoked some CBD because that's the coolest thing I can do right now when I smoke
Wow.
stuff.
That's fucking
yeah.
hardcore, man.
I know, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You can. Well, I guess you could get like the CBD distillate and like whatever. But anyway, I was
I'm
just
20. I can't technically.
I was fake high walking around Golden Gate Park in a haze, thinking about how like this endless cycle of friends dying and all this other shit, and how I'm in this beautiful place because of like this, and I haven't been here in years, and I'm reconciling being here as a trans woman, and blah 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 blah, and then like, the thing that knocked me out of my entire flow, just the thought, trans action Bronson. And then I was trying to do a transaction Bronson rap, but not mention food, because every time anyone does an action Bronson rap, it's just like, hey yo, got the mortadella, like whatever. So I was the only thing I could come up with was just like, it ended up just being trans West Side Gun, and it was just the only
dude,
line, like,
my
hey,
trans
yo,
West Side.
40-40 Valorate. Hey yo, 40-40 Valorate.
Hey yo.
And then, yeah, exactly. And
Griselda.
yeah, exactly.
Got a lot of cheese like I'm Garfield.
Yeah, and that is my takeaway of like an hour of reflecting on mortality and writing and all this shit was just, what about if it was a trans West Side
Garfield, lasagna, let me stay on ya.
Jesus. Skirt. They're kind of an anomaly. Like,
Griselda.
that they're that popular in a good way.
It's great. It's like legitimately them and the Bills are like pieces of pride for me.
Hell yeah.
Like it's fucking.
Bills
sick.
are New York's only team.
Yeah, New York's only.
Jersey
real
Giants, team. Jersey Jets.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Fucking bullshit.
Dude,
last time I was in New York City, I was hanging out with my fuck buddy at the time. She was Haitian, and some random guy walked up to us, and said that she had that quote black girl magic, and this guy was like 46 looking. She was like, "What are you talking about?" And then someone tried to. He was Puerto Rican. It looked.
Okay. Yeah.
which makes more sense.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
I've never heard anyone use
Black girl magic.
It's
what
like
the
an
fuck
Instagram
does that
term,
mean?
right?
Yeah. I had a English professor who talked about black boy joy and black girl magic. She was Asian.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's. I mean, I get black boy joy, like the concept, but I'm not saying I don't.
But don't walk up to people.
Yeah.
With what looks like a couple.
Yeah.
And tell a black girl she is quote black girl magic, and then another guy walked up to us and asked if I wanted to buy a pre-roll for $30.
Sounds like New York.
Yeah, what the fuck you mean $30?
What the
what? Dude, people are so open about
this?
it. That was like I was 18 at the time, so like two years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we just became legal in New York. I mean, like,
yeah.
Just like because Cuomo like did a bunch of sex assaults and then like killed a bunch of old people, and then was like, you know what, weed's legal. Like, yeah. That's why he should be mayor.
I can't make that show.
What?
Okay, it's legal state. Okay, I'll cut this out. No, I'm not. No, I can't. No, I'm not doing that one.
It's all good.
Weed's legal statewide.
Yeah.
Except the thing is like no one's he upstate, like nobody just offers to sell you drugs just walking on the street. Like you have to know somebody. It's fucking weird, New York City.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
mean,
weirdest culture shock.
my cousin's from Syracuse, like my cool older cousin when I was younger, who like was like uh just like first drug addict in the family.
That's cool. That's what
Yeah,
cool
no, I
looks like.
know. I realized
Cool is when
uh,
you wake up in a puddle of your own urine, not knowing who you
no,
are. And 3 days later, some guy you've never met is asking where the money is.
he
That's
was a
cool.
he was a white kid in the '90s who highly emulated black culture.
Oh, so he
Yeah,
was he. Hmm.
yeah, but,
If only there was a word for that.
yeah. I know. It's funny because my little brother, my stepbrother,
Yeah,
is a white kid in the 2020s that highly emulates black culture, but
the white kid with the
he
baggy
wasn't even
clothes.
aware of it. He was of the word. Just
Yeah,
like he's like, yeah, he was like, we were at a meeting, because
yeah.
it runs in the
I had
family, and
a
he
no.
was like talking to some people, and he was like, yeah, I don't. He was like, no, he wasn't even. No, he's 17, not 20. It's 17, and he's like, I'm just like, like really into like hip hop and blah blah. Like I don't know. He was trying to figure out an explanation for it, and I was like, man, it's so fucked up that used to be a term that newspapers would throw around.
Oh yeah. My favorite thing is that I found some guy who's just named Dan Schneider, who's a 70-year-old who's like fucking insane. He has an eye patch. He's like Patchy the Jewish goddamn pirate. Um, he wrote a poem called The Wick, which was he was on it. He talked about it. It was life changing for me.
Jesus.
I'll beep that out. But like, what the fuck?
That's gonna sound so much worse if you beat. Yeah, no, it's funny. I mean,
No,
it's
I
like,
mean I've said it. I've
yeah,
said the W word with the soft A on the show once, except it was
yeah,
okay because it was an Elmer Fudd impression, and that makes it
yeah.
that makes it acceptable.
That's so funny. It's just like, it's just weird how normal a word that was in my generation, and like,
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
watching shit from the '90s. It's just they just drop that shit on you. It's like whoa,
yeah,
what the
and it's
hell?
like not one of the words that like you know, ironic. I don't know. It's funny, yeah. Like,
If it's an Elmer Fudd impression, that's the only time
well,
it's
yeah, no, that's
acceptable.
amazing.
I think
So, yeah,
because it just makes sense that Elmer Fudd.
yeah.
You know,
It's I mean, it's kind of like the R word in the sense of like just a full circle. How you can't do a podcast without talking. Like,
yeah.
it shouldn't be normalized.
But it's like
And then
so
when
no,
it is,
dude.
you're
And the
like,
thing,
oh,
the thing that does piss me off, like I don't say it because it's not worth
yeah,
saying. It's not worth the
yeah,
backlash of saying it. Except it's like these fucking like leftist YouTubers are such like bitches about it, and then behind the scenes, every single time they're dropping the R word. So it's like, come the fuck on.
yeah,
It feels just so. I don't know. Like I agree. Like I don't say it for a reason,
yeah.
but it's just a stupid fucking
It,
virtue signally point in my opinion.
yeah, no,
Especially
I mean,
because like
sorry.
moron isn't any better when you really think
Yeah,
about it. And then like I end up like reflecting on like the fact why I'm like avoiding using the term. I like saying that someone has the mental capacity of a Neanderthal. Is that any better? How is that not
yeah,
less? How is that not more ableist, if anything?
yeah. It's a weird. It's so. I'm sure you have thoughts on this Twitter person, but gayest tone. You know
A
them?
gayest tone
Gayest
is
tone. They're like a communist. I don't know. I don't understand politics, so I'm not.
yeah.
So I don't know who's
I don't
deeply.
fuck with like the like a lot of leftist circles.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
a Marxist, but it's like I don't fuck with
Yeah.
so much
Oh,
of the
so
Twitter politics bullshit.
mainly to say this wasn't even my take. I just thought it was interesting where they were like, or he was, they were just like millennial libs kind of took all of the edge out of cursing to the point that like, like with all the like twat waffle and like all that stupid shit.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like that there was nothing or shocking or offensive about it, and then Gen Z kind of just like picked up on like, I mean, obviously everyone said the R word forever, but like
Yeah,
younger, edgier, like people on the left of that or whatever.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, that's what the whole like scumbag left or dark woke bullshit
Yeah,
is, which I guess I'm a part of. I've had that label put onto me. I mean, I don't know. The shoe fits just fine.
yeah,
Um, but it's like I don't know. A lot of it does seem like a going in a negative direction, like a bad reaction to bad politics. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like I don't think that we should lean into being like offensive for the sake of being offensive. It should be for the sake of being funny. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
as a
sorry.
comedian, my job is to be more funny than I am offensive.
Yeah, well, that's I've been thinking about that a lot recently. I had never thought of that dude in a really long time, but that comedian Anthony Jeselnik. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, fucking guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's had some really interesting things to say about comedy recently, which I thought was funny because he makes like fucking offensive jokes. But he was talking
Yeah.
about like Dave Chappelle and shit, and he was just like, can't fucking stand hearing Dave Chappelle cry and whine about how like it's hard to do comedy because everyone's
No.
too PC these days. He's like, you are one of the richest
You have it the
comedians in the world.
easiest.
Your
Also, here's the
job,
thing.
he's like, your job should be fucking hard. It's like I don't feel
Yeah.
bad for you that the like
Like
PC culture is making your job hard.
and the other thing is like I do not give a fuck if you make jokes at the expense of trans people. Like
Yeah,
it's a funny subject. It's deeply funny.
yeah,
But it's just like a matter of like if it's coming from a place of hatred or not. Cuz it's like you can say all sorts of vile shit as long as it's funny. I'm not going to give a shit, you know?
yeah,
Um I guess that I don't know. I think it's a lot of comedians come at it backwards where they are trying to spread hatred in a way that's funny rather than be funny in a way that plays off of hateful rhetoric.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's putting the cart before the horse.
Well, everyone gets really precious about it at the end too. Like they can say the most of like vitriolic shit, and then they're like, "Hey, like at the end of the day, I would never want to hurt anybody," and like that's not even funny.
I don't know.
Like,
I think a lot of comedians are fucking pussies now. We're
yeah,
like, I don't actually mean that. I obviously I don't believe it. Yeah, no shit, you're playing a character. I'm playing a character right now. Do you think
yeah,
everything I say is completely serious? No. Do I need to go out and spell that? Maybe with how stupid a lot of people are in my mentions, I should
yeah.
more often say, yeah, I'm playing a character with fucking moron, but like I don't know. I feel like people are. Is it audiences becoming dumber or comedians becoming lamer? I don't know what it is, except it's something.
I mean,
Because
sorry.
I feel like you shouldn't feel the need to every 6 seconds explain that your joke is a joke as a comedian.
Well,
It speaks to a lack of confidence, in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, there's new ways to express how dumb, like your criticisms, and then completely like fashions, like the entire when that horrible show that the weekend did, the Idol or whatever, and people were being mad at him. People were mad at the weekend for playing a character who was a scumbag. They
Yeah.
like, but then and then someone pointed out like, oh, like, and it was like ridiculous because it's like, yeah, he's playing a horrible character. You're actually mad at him for being playing an immoral. But
Yeah,
then
it's
someone's like, oh, if people can't tell the difference between you and the character you're playing, and that you're trying to make the audience show that you're not a likable or cool character, that's probably because you can't fucking act, bro. But like this idea that
dude,
sometimes
it's like canceling Charlie Day for playing a bad person. Like, yeah, it's the point.
yeah,
It's where the comedy comes from. I don't know. I honestly I do think that people are like, this is so boomer coded of me, but like people are kind of fucking pussies. Like I got so much backlash for like offhandedly making a comment that SSRIs are overprescribed on a live stream. Like, even though it's obviously the
oh,
case.
that sucks. I'm sorry,
Dude, I
yeah.
shouldn't, dude. Except it's fucking stupid because it's these libs that just want to be told what they want to hear. I
Is
expect
it your
that.
live stream or whose live stream?
Oh, I was on a friend's live stream. I'm not gonna
Okay.
like, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
no,
like
sorry.
name drop, but like it caused like a huge drama, and people were like, they're too edgy for the stream or whatever the fuck. And I got called like tanky RFK or some shit
That's
over
fine.
it. But it's
Yeah.
like, dude, people are so sensitive. They assume that because I'm stating the widely accepted fact that SSRIs are overprescribed, which everybody can agree to.
Yeah.
That I'm saying, like, yeah, nobody should use SSRIs.
Well,
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I think that there are good cases for opiates, but would it not be true that opiates were overprescribed in the 2000s and 2010s and
Yeah.
contemporaneously? I don't know. People just want to be told what they want to hear, and I feel like that a lot of just like being a quote unquote influencer, as much as I loathe the term, is just like
Yeah.
telling people what they want to fucking hear, which I do detest. Because it would be a lot easier to just grift that way. And I know a lot of people do grift that way. But man, it's fucking tiring. A lot of time it feels like you're getting pulled in 20 directions. Sorry for
Yeah.
rambling.
No, it's all good. I mean, like, first of all, you did such a bad job with this 2-hour movie that's racist and problematic that it got so that even like hating on it got boring, and we started talking about Griselda. But
No, it's chill. That's usually how
no, I
these
love
things go.
this. But
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is, yeah, I mean, I think that's a question of how much of Twitter is real life, and that's subjective, which is a weird thing because if
Yeah.
like
And
that's why I was asking what stream. I don't need to know, but it's like when it's your own audience, it's a little different. And when you're on a bigger forum and people just want to have the least charitable possible opinion of
yeah,
everything
well,
you
because
said.
it's me. And I was
Yeah.
made to apologize to one of the people who like left a Patreon over that bullshit, and they didn't care. They really clearly had no skin in that game. And that's the last time I'm gonna fucking apologize over any bullshit like that. Like, lesson learned. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I'm only 20. I didn't expect to have any success, let alone at the rate that I've had.
Yeah.
That's not to say I'm fucking bigger than Jesus or anything, but it's like, it's weird, it's strange.
Yeah.
But like, man, people are fucking pussies. And I get it, like, Twitter's not real life, but it's like, I don't know, like, is Twitch chat not real?
No, sorry. That's what I meant. I meant all like I was just saying is how much of Twitter is real life in the sense of like, and I mean like Twitch chat. All
Yeah,
like I'm just kind
all
of
that
using it,
online noise.
and it's like it does have a huge effect on your life. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, as much as I love that Tyler the Creator tweet about
just close your
cyberbullying,
eyes.
you know,
Yeah.
like it is like if you're only not only like if your creative output or your financial situation depends on it, things like that, like that shit really matters, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, totally.
and I so like I mean, there's people that like overinvest themselves in social media because they have nothing else going on, but if you're trying to do stuff, it is a necessary like neutral
Poison,
or evil. And so yeah, like it's just I was thinking about like, I mean, like I like ContraPoints. I would fuck, and she's at a point where she doesn't have to read her fucking comments or fucking care, but she's got to have some of the worst fucking fans, you know, like
Oh no, like,
or
yeah,
not fans, but people that care what she's like. If she says something that greatly offended me, I would never write about it. Like I'd be like, oh, I just don't agree with her on that, you know.
I think she's a lib, but I do kind of respect the fact that she, the relation that she has with an audience.
Yeah, I guess I like her on trans stuff. I don't.
Yeah. She had a couple good videos on trans stuff. I just think that like she's a lib, but everybody but me is a lib. Everyone who doesn't agree with me on everything is a lib. So.
Yeah. But I guess what I mean for that is I was trying to think of it, or like, I have no real opinion on like, this is a weird example, but like Lizzo, you know. I mean, I think she's talented. I don't listen to her music. It's not for me. It's for like fat white women. Oh wait, it is for me. No. But sorry. And I hate to
You're
do the
such a
thing where
fucking cunt. You look
I hate to
fine.
do
You
the
look normal. Don't
there's
shut
nothing
up.
wrong. Yeah. Anyway, well, I also hate to do the thing where you somehow fucking trans girls have been doing trans girls who look like me because I'm trying not been doing this shit. I mean, they've been doing it forever, but recently this has been fucking pissing me off. It's just like these white trans women like myself saying something they want to say about trans women and then adding in a white as to like distance themselves from their own racial privilege, you know?
Dude, and I think that
Like
shit's so stupid
if
because a
I'm
lot of
with
the time it's legitimate criticisms. Like
yeah,
the whole thing where it's like 30-year-old trans women predating upon young
yeah.
trans girls. That's fucked up, and if you're okay with any part of
Oh, I
that
saw
or
yeah, yeah,
franchise
you're
any
fucking
part of
yeah.
that, legitimately, I think the world would be better if you killed yourself.
Yeah.
I would be fine if the trans rate went up just because of people like you.
Yeah.
And that's on God.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like literally, I saw you repost that thing, and I
Yeah,
was like,
but
yeah, I'm a
it's like
fucking 30.
disgusting.
I'm a 36-year-old. Like a 16-year. Like,
No, it's
I
like
don't want more. I don't want more laws, but it shouldn't be legal for me to have sex with a 19-year-old.
no, and even as like a 20-year-old, I'm
Yeah.
like, because I don't have a fucking screw loose.
Yeah.
The idea of doing anything with an 18-year-old, weird. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah.
That's not good. I'm not
Yeah.
at that stage of my life. Like, I legitimately don't think that you should like. And honestly, as someone who was victim of grooming by an older woman as a kid, like I don't think that you should just be like hanging out around people in their mid-20s when you're a teenager, because I don't like, what the fuck do you have in common with somebody that young?
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's different if it's like a big age gap between adults having a platonic friendship, because like I fuck with you, I learned to fuck with you over the course of this phone call, except I don't know, we're adults. It's different because of that. I think that a lot of people are have brainworms when it comes to that bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, but so the tweet you were talking about, it was like, it was some 16-year-old talking about how they were groomed and how like, what is a VR? Was it a VC? What's a VC? Video chat?
A voice chat, like Discord.
Chat. Okay, see,
like
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't even know voice chat had video. I'm not good at Discord, but I was gonna say like, I was saying what was it like? I was talking about getting groomed by a 30-something-year-old trans woman when I was 16, and the whole VR chat like was or V chat, whatever,
the
voice chat
VC.
was just like, oh my god, neat. And it's like, yeah, no, that's. And someone under it was like, oh, white trans women with puppy girl, blah blah blah, and it was like, yo, but it's
know. I don't know the whole fixation on acting like some individual harmless fetish is problematic. Like, I'm not really into it, but like, I don't know. I don't get the weird puppy girl hate. I think that you should just hate predatory relationships. That has nothing to do with a fairly common thing that cis women are into too. Like,
I mean, I think that's a gateway. I think for that one, and I have nothing against it. I mean, I've talked about this. I'm a friend of the puppy girls. I think I laugh at people that are like, I'm a handler. I'm like, don't lean into it, bro. Just like, puppy girls like me, I like them. But I think it's a cutesy. I just thought of this now actually, but like, it is kind of a, like, my first degradation fetish thing because it's also very cutesy. I can see totally. how like, you know, if like, but anyway, someone just said like, basically described a predatory relationship and then added in a white trans femme, and like, it's weird because you don't want to be like, I'm gonna defend a white trans femmes because I don't give a fuck about, like, we don't need defense.
It is like legitimately a trans community issue that doesn't really, in my experience, have much to do with whiteness.
There are so many things that do have to do with it, so it's like, it makes it this tedious. I'm just saying,
I think it's just like stupid Twitter brain rot, really. Like, where every criticism of a minority group has to have like some like black men white trans women.
But or people
It's her.
sometimes say white men when they mean all men, and the only problem with doing that is that they're not actually like
It's
like I hate to be cliche, but doing the work, and then they're just as
shit.
quick to do like the same races. Okay, like what I mean is like when people say, I think when people are like saying like, oh, like white trans women about a certain thing, like they feel it's usually white trans women like myself, and then they feel like they can put a certain distance between themselves and like not necessarily privileged, but kind of be like, okay, I'm one of the
good ones.
Yeah,
because it's always white people that do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes not, but like, yeah, it's
very
but
rarely.
usually, I've been seeing a lot.
But usually, when it's like a black person doing it, it's pointed and reasonable.
Yeah, it's about some shit.
Because it's about actual shit, not about like I have this grievance with the trans community and I need to like air it out in a way that makes me look better and shuts out any criticism.
It's instead of being intersectional, you just shut down any kind of intersectional look at things or any critical race lens by saying that and saying, "Don't worry, I'm not talking about you if you're not."
And I have the trans community. Like I have a lot of love. The closest people in my life are all trans, but like so much of the online trans community fucking sucks, and I hate it. Cause I don't know. I get it. I get that I'm relatively pretty for being on HRT for 4 months. Except I shouldn't get like people contemplating suicide in my DMs every time I post a picture.
Yeah,
it's fucked. I hate it. There's so much of it that I really do detest, as shitty as it is to say, because it's like a lot of it feels like crabs in a bucket, where because someone else isn't happy, they want to like be nasty towards me and call me weird names because of the fact that I'm confident in my own skin and happy. Yeah. It's fucking weird, and it sucks because then I'm gonna get like, oh, pretty privilege, whatever the fuck. Like, shut the fuck up.
Well, it's like you have people coming at you and being like, you fucking passoid, and then people coming at you and being like, you fucking brick. Like, and and then people just telling you that you're a man and you should kill yourself, and it's
it's like I'm put in this weird position where I feel like a lot of trans women don't support me because I'm not masculine enough, and cis people would support me because I'm too feminine or like too masculine, or I don't know. It sucks.
I think a lot of sorry.
It just feels a lot of it feels just so miserable, and like I'm either getting posted on 4chan to like talk heinous shit about me and like air out every single one of my insecurities and create new ones, or
Jesus Christ, girl, I'm sorry.
No, or alternatively, it's like I'm being posted on 4chan, like I'll never look like this. They got to transition early. I'm 24. I should kill myself.
Yeah,
this picture makes me want to kill myself. Yeah, it fucking sucks. It's so alienating. Yeah. Because I do deeply care about this community, except part of me just wishes I looked good enough to just say I was a cis woman, or my voice was high pitched enough to where I could just say I was a cis woman. And that's the worst of those thoughts, but a lot of the time it does fucking happen. And it's the shittiest part of being a quote unquote trans influencer.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird. I think you're really in the thick of it. I'm kind of lucky in a lot of senses, and just because this is the decent thing about me transitioning way later in life.
Yeah,
it's like I never built community online. I mean, I'm not saying I learned about being trans from making a meme page.
Yeah,
because all my friends were trans punks. And I didn't know what was up with Sonic. I didn't understand any of the internet trans shit. And I'm not trying to be I was out there doing stuff. I didn't even understand that people like raves.
No, you're just older than me.
Yeah, no, and so I didn't understand Steven Universe or ketamine or any of those fucking
despite
niches.
The images.
Yeah, exactly. I cried that day that meme popped off. Like I saw 1 million people saw that, and the best part is I got called racist over my photo being that meme. Like, that person that's the type of person that'll still cross the street. And I wasn't crying because I was like, that's kind of funny because it's literally just a photo of me. So I was like, you know what? If people want to, I was like, if I'm gonna be the whipping girl for white Bushwick drug addict trans girls, that's fine. It's like not like people taking out whatever feelings they have about white queers in Brooklyn is like my burden to bear, Yes. But just seeing the million views, even though it's greatly inflated, I was like,
it's being a woman in general, but especially as a trans chick. Like, if you post a picture of yourself, everybody gets to have an opinion about it, and it's never like normal. It's either like, dudes who are like male feminists a decade older than me being fucking creepy, or trans chicks being insane. It's never just you look nice. It has to be some fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Sorry.
It's all good.
I think that this is a really good discussion actually, and like when I made the Dysphoria Dimes meme page or whatever, when I was actually learning how to I don't know any of that. Like, when I was learning about the different jokes that worked and stuff, and it was just lowest common denominator. Like,
spinny.
It was like like when a friend of mine at the time started making memes for it and was making like anime memes and shit, it just blew up, and now it's like. It went from 100 people to 4,000 people in a year, and now it's stayed at 4,000 because I just don't make any trans stuff really. I mean, I post clips of the podcast and that's it.
Yeah.
Now I don't deal with weirdest comments and it's just a very I don't know. I'm still I'm more online than a lot of people. It's a weird. I'm in a weird position with that. But it's gotta. I
especially being at the age that I'm at, where it's I don't know, 20-year-old woman is the prime for creeping on somebody.
I just can't. Because I don't actually I'm not sure. I don't. So your Twitter got deleted, right? I mean, the podcast Twitter.
Yeah, the old one. I got banned at 1K on it.
Okay, yeah, because I was trying to figure out what worlds what worlds you exist in, or whatever. Not in a who are you but what you're because I don't we vaguely intersect. I'm really happy to do this podcast. And this is fun as fuck,
Same here. I like meeting people on the air. I think that's really fucking cool, especially because I fuck with you and we gel well.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, but no, my friend Rosa, another Rosa. She's a fan of your shit. I was like, dude, I need guests. I don't know what to fucking do. Just waiting on emails, and she's like, this would be a banger guest.
Oh, cute. Shout out to her.
I liked her podcast. Yeah, shout out her. But I don't know. In real life, I mostly just run in, comedy and jazz spaces. Online, I'm, in this weird, niche left communist space and, edgy...
Yeah.
Scumbag left type space. Yeah. But then I have, a liberal audience, and I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of...
So
it's a lot of weird niches.
Who's posting your photos on 4chan? I don't mean specifically who, but
Twitter.
Where are
that's Twitter, bitches.
Okay, and they're I guess they're just getting them because they follow you, or
yeah, and I know the person that did it.
Okay, yeah, because I remember somebody sent me a DM one time, and they said, "Guess who's got a thread on 4chan?"
Yeah,
and
I mean, I don't mind.
Literally, it was just
I love myself. I think I'm sexy. I'm very happy. I have a beautiful partner. I love myself. I love her. I have all of the joy in the world. So like, really, I don't care. I post pictures of myself because I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fucking normal thing to do. I'm not gonna stop that because they're miserable losers
Oh, I know, but
who hate themselves. It's like, dude, I'm sorry, but if you loving yourself is reliant on there not being anybody who looks better than you in the whole world, then you're never gonna be happy. I don't know. Like I don't even think I'm all that, but it's like I I like myself is the big thing, and I feel like a lot of people don't. I feel like most trans people don't. It's sad. It feels weird to talk about because I feel like a privileged asshole coming down from the mountaintop saying like, I wish you all could love yourselves the way I love myself.
No, but that's like...
It's like, oh yeah, the fucking young shit passoid saying that. Except it's true. It's cliche because it's true. I don't know.
It's just, I mean, I think it's, I mean, like, well, it's because, like, people have turned self-love and all that shit into, like, the corny, like, what should just be, like, an honestly a good concept into, like, the corny, they've turned it into, like,
some mindfulness shit.
Yeah, and mindfulness is sick, too, but exactly, they've turned
but
it into
now it's become,
girl
like,
boss shit, like,
yeah. There's a good book called Mindfulness about the whole, like, self-love industry that I read not too long ago. It's like, I don't know. And it's like, I feel legitimately bad because I think I hate myself more than the average person. Except, and I think I'm more sad than the average person, but I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to love myself.
Yeah.
And it's a process, but it feels like crabs in a bucket. Where I'm like clawing to get out, but people want to just drag me back into a pit of misery. It almost feels like I'd be more popular if I was just miserable about myself. It was like, yeah, I'll never pass. It's over.
Yeah, no, it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm learning all this shit, you know? Like, because, like, thankfully, like, where I'm at, I don't really deal with that kind of, like, doomer trans person because, like, except online, like, I've been getting into fights with them, but, like, it's not like, oh, because I'm in such a great place. It's just chances are they're not, like, they probably have either not, I don't know. I don't want to know what they're doing at 36, you know? But, like...
Well, usually, the honest answer is usually they're dead, and it's sad, but it's like... Yeah. That's why there's so few...
there's so few older trans women.
Yeah, no, it's sad. It's really legitimately sad that I think that you're the second oldest trans chick I've met, and you're 36.
Yeah, I mean, I know some older ones, but not that.
Yeah, but
there's not that many. Like,
it's sad. It's legitimately sad, and I hate this shit because I feel like I'm talking bad on people who are in like the lowest possible places.
They're not. They're fucking. You never know. Those people are just gonna log off one day, or they're gonna detrans, or they're gonna realize they never even fucking were, and they were fucking larping. Like,
I don't know, man.
No, I think you have a really good heart. No offense. Like,
I think I'm a fucking asshole, but
I know, but that's not mutually exclusive. Like,
yeah, no.
I like that this actually, like, we just, like, this conversation turned kind of meaningful as soon as we completely lost the thread. But, like, I don't know. I think that, like, now I'm, like, oddly protective of you. No homo. But, like, I seriously, like, I think that a lot of those people that are just, like, want you to, like, it's like, I want to, at the same time, like, I want to have compassion for people and, like...
No, and I do legit, when I say I feel bad for them, even though I hate saying that because it sounds like I'm above it, I was that way in, like, high school or before I got on E, where I was kind of resentful of girls who were luckier than me.
Yeah.
Which is crabs in a bucket.
I mean, and I think it's this thing, it's like, some of those people are literally just gonna stop, like, I mean, obviously some of them are gonna die, but like it's not even like that's like that's like any it's like insanely mentally unhealthy internet dynamic.
Yeah,
group, like, you know, like it's not. I don't think most of them are. I think most of them are either going to make peace with it or realize that this was their entire personality. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I was like,
Oh.
I didn't realize that there was this like kind of fatalist doomer. I
Yeah.
didn't know how much of a thing this was. And this girl messaged me on Grinder, right?
Mm.
This 19-year-old, and I didn't know
Oh,
that. I didn't have the
Jesus
ages, and it said
Christ.
please be at least be in your mid 20s. I was in Ohio, and she's like, hey, what's up? And then she's like, oh shit, I'm not in my like late 20s. I'm like, well, how old are you? And I was like, if you're in your mid 20s, early 20s, if you're drinking age, whatever.
Yeah.
No, and she was like, I'm 19. And I'm like, yeah, that's absolute like hard no. And she's
Yeah,
like, that's cool. And
that
she's
shit's
like,
like legitimately scary. Because like
yeah,
the idea of you even having an interest in me, like someone
yeah,
your age having an interest in me, is so disturbing. I feel like
yeah.
it.
Oh, that's like a
Like,
dead,
no
like,
offense to you. That's not
oh
to.
no, none. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think that you're lovely, but
I
like,
don't. Yeah,
it's just so predatory and fucking
you don't
weird.
have the same legal rights.
Yes, I
Like an
can't. I
entire
can't.
life is like I don't know why 21 and 20 are so inherently different, like in the government. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
like
no. It's like we're
I
different
can't.
parts of our life. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, because it feels icky to just like, I don't know, if you're living on your own, to like pick up someone from their parents' house to
yes,
fuck them.
exactly.
That's so nasty. That's
Yeah, and then
gross.
you bring them to your parents' house. No, like yeah,
Oh
that's like
yeah. Well,
that's
I'm
what
in New
the.
York, so
Oh
I don't
yeah.
really have a choice. But
No, no, no,
um,
no, no, no. I know, no. But I was kidding. I mean like that.
yeah,
There's a lot of like. I mean, age gaps are
yeah,
another wild thing. Like I think that like one of the biggest things. I mean, besides just the straight up predatory ones, are like you might not
yeah.
realize that this person sucks, but
No,
like because you
and
have lower expectations.
yeah, like,
And,
cause it's like being in high school. It's like, whoa, she has a boyfriend who's in college. That's so cool. And
yeah,
then the moment that
I
you're out of
really.
high school and in college, the worst people are the ones with the girlfriends in high
Well, that's
school.
one of the funny thing about fucking Pineapple Express. Little like detail that one of the few movies I've seen, but
Yes.
year when you what is that like a decade ago or something when uh Seth Rogen wrote it as have you seen that movie
No, but I've
it does
seen enough Seth Rogen movies
yeah
to
so
understand it.
Seth Rogen wrote it as he was the straight man and James Franco was the straight man and he was the stoner weirdo.
Yeah.
um And then James Franco was like, I want to do the stoner weirdo. And Seth Rogen was like, okay, if I'm going to be the straight man in this, let's give me a girlfriend in high school. Like, he literally was like, for me to be like a believable, like, not like straight character, I need to be like a real loser.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And I don't
yeah.
know. Man. It's like age gap discourse does legitimately suck, where it's like, for me, it's always been like, are you at the same stage in your life?
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Like, I almost said something
Well,
very clippable.
yeah.
I almost fucked up. Age isn't always necessarily a signifier of what stage you are in your life.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
I think it's also like how you approach it and shit like that. Like, which
Yeah.
is and it's like it's just shit I wouldn't say. I would say it out loud, but I wouldn't say on Twitter because you're not actually having a conversation on Twitter. Like I would never
Oh
get
no.
into an age gap argument on Twitter because people
Oh
are either
totally.
like people calling bullshit on those like there's people
People
who
are
are
like,
policing like celebrities being like he was 37 and she was 26 like problematic, and then there's
who
people calling
cares?
bullshit on it that also want to date like
And there are
eating
people who are
yeah
like, I'm a 45-year-old trans woman, and this is my
yeah
7-year-old puppy girl. And if you
oh,
criticize me,
white trans women yeah.
white trans bitches, obviously,
Yeah, these white shirt. Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. But I don't know.
Uh,
I didn't date. One of my best friends is like 15 years younger than me. Like, and like we hung out. Like, I went on a date with her. She was 21. I was 30 something. She had 3 girlfriends in a polycule. I was just like literally the MILF older lady. There was like
yeah.
no, and we hung out like once a month, and we didn't really talk besides that. And then like once we actually started to be like, oh, hey, we need to be friends, and be like, no, that'd be weird to like have a real relationship, like a friend, I mean, like once we realized, like, oh, hey, I'd hang out with you as a person. Then it was like, yeah, we can't have sex. That's
Oh yeah,
can't
no.
like it was like it worked as an isolated kink thing. Is like, oh, you're the mean older lady, because like but it's like unfortunately, that's what was funny about this grinder thing is she was actually cool about it. It's like she was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, she's like, no, I get that. That's like trouble, and I was like, no, it's not trouble. I'm just not fucking a teenager. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
it's
don't know. And the thing is that the people that are like seeking that out are always the worst ones because it's like,
you know, no, I always am trying to be like, hey, and anyone that would
yeah,
be okay with this is gonna be a piece of shit. Like,
oh yeah, like yeah. I mean, like it's really sad because it's just like an easy, gender affirming way. Like no, like I feel like it's super common to hurt yourself by misusing sex just for cheap praise
oh yeah,
as a trans chick.
totally.
I used to do that like up until this year. It was like constant sex with cis girls where I was their experiment. I would get praise, I would get called pretty,
Yeah.
they would get to have sex with the dick girl, I would just disassociate during it.
Yep.
And it was just like nothing, it's shit. These things are always like awful. But it was just a way to get praise very easily. Which sucks, and I feel like that's why a lot of trans chicks just get into like super predatory relationships or like do porn or like any number of things. Because like OnlyFans is like fucked up, where these you have trans chicks straight up high school, getting a camera and
yeah. I mean that's yes. But that's, that one's not on the individual, like...
No, it's just a form of wage... It's a social thing. Yeah, that we're pressured into. Like...
It's like, I don't want to speak for her, but my friend that was on the Nora one, like, she's not happy that there aren't a lot of fucking alternatives to her, you know? Like...
Oh, no, and it's like... That's why I think that, one of the most... Okay, like, honestly, I think the most pro-sex worker position is that sex worker is exploitative and bad.
Because
like,
it's work.
Yeah, it's work.
Work is exploitative. Yeah, exactly.
It's wage labor, yes.
Yeah.
Except you have these fucking liberal morons who are, like, on the top 0.3% of OnlyFans, living in a mansion, be like, it's so liberating for my body. It's so liberating. No, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's chains.
Yeah, any work. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that, like, I think that, I mean, that's a whole different thing, and I'm not super qualified to speak on sex work and shit like that. But I mean, in general, like, yeah, work is not like making money isn't inherently empowering. Like,
yeah,
you know,
work
like
will not set you free. Yeah. Contrary to what it says on the gate.
But because with sex work and things like that, it's also like how people have to push the narratives of trans joy when a lot of it is fucking pain. Is like you kind of have to push back against.
No, yeah, and because like most people's criticism of sex work is it's degenerate, and sex workers deserve less. Which I'm pro legalization because it under as like a reform under capitalism, I'm not opposed to it. Obviously, I think that buying sex workers should not exist because work shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
But it's like,
well, I mean, that is an interesting, like, it's funny. That's the first time I ever got suckered into a utopian communism conversation was actually on the Discord of Party Girls, my friend Jamie's podcast, because like someone was someone was trying to, was bringing up the sex work thing. And I was like, yeah, well, in a society without work, we're so far away from that, it doesn't matter. Like,
even under
sex work just in the moment, you know?
I feel like, I don't know, not to get too into the weeds, but like, under a dictatorship of the proletariat, I think that anyone who's buying sex, like, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is that it is coerced sex. And what do we call coerced sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age gap. No. I was like,
not good. Not good. Yeah. It's not.
Well, no, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you in that. That's a long ass conversation, but
Yeah,
like, 'cause, I mean,
it's complicated. I
because
feel like
I
there are
mean,
degrees to it, but like,
all labor is coerced labor is
yeah.
slavery. So
Well,
like,
no, and wage labor shouldn't
exactly.
exist.
So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't see. I don't think it's specifically like. I mean, because if you think about like different, I mean, there's all kinds of different types of sex work, and some of it is
Yeah.
exactly the same shit as non-sex work. Like,
No,
yeah,
totally. I'm selling my body, going into work at the factory.
yeah,
You're selling your body to a John on the street. Like,
yeah. But I mean,
it's the same thing. But obviously there are degrees to it. Like,
yeah,
not all sex work is assault, obviously, but like,
yeah.
it's all
Well, yeah.
exploitative.
Yeah, and I just don't think like sex is exactly so super precious, you know, like
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, but and I know I'm not trying to say you do, but then people will get like that. I don't know. It's a weird
It's deeply complicated, and like,
yeah.
it's so hard to fucking talk about, because it's like, it's this very silly binary that is forced upon this conversation. Like,
Yeah.
are you pro sex worker, or do you think that you're degenerate? It's like,
Well, yeah, well, I mean,
pro-work.
also so one of the things is that there's this idea that like sex work is about like a deficit of like that the only people that pay for sex work are people that can't get sex, and or or if it's like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of this. I was
Yeah. Like,
I don't know, it's
personally,
yeah.
as someone who's friends with sex workers, I do
Yeah.
think very lowly of Johns.
Oh yeah, no, most Johns fucking suck. Also,
Yeah.
especially trans sex workers. Yeah, like
Oh,
you know,
yeah. That's
you know,
yeah,
I've
that's
heard of
all
a
of them I
couple
know.
good ones, but
But
yeah,
except it's like a Nora type shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, you know,
I feel like
gotta
it's
go.
hard.
I'm sorry.
You can't. It's like being a good factory owner. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's. I didn't see a Nora, but I gotta go to the bathroom, and I think I gotta go in a second. But I would
sure.
definitely like to keep doing this. Like, I'm down
Hell
to
yeah.
if you need me to come. If you need me to watch another movie, I'd fucking do it, and
Hell
we can
yeah.
do a Patreon episode and whatever. I like hanging out.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to like just cut it off.
No,
Right now.
no,
Like,
no.
yeah.
We could have kept going. I feel like
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was like, now that we're talking about sex work, I feel like we could just log on and do this again sometime this week if you want.
Yeah. I'm down to come on your show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I actually have to record a bonus episode for my show, so if you want to come on for that.
Yeah, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have a Patreon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But can you tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we just learned to do that on our show 2 years in. When shout out to my co-host, Indica Dominant, hormone dealer. She was like, we should introduce this show and say who we are, and I was like, oh yeah. I'm Maxelle Talena, Dysphoria podcast, dysphoria.info, at Maxelle Talena on Twitter, at Maxelle_Talena on Instagram, and yeah. Oh, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
And I've now watched 2 movies this year.
Wow, good job.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on this journey.
Yeah, I'm composting. Cool.
Also, by the way, fucking Gung Ho gets a 13.5, putting it between, goddamn, How Murray Saved Christmas and Long Legs. Just behind Long Legs. Yeah. I forgot to score it, so I'm putting it at the end. Bye!